Hey guys, happy Valentine's Day. It is 8:55. Woke up at around 8:30. I went downstairs, talked to my roommate briefly, and then drank some water and came back up, used the restroom, and so here I am. I am at 283.5. And there's a funny little thing there. So when I first woke up, I weighed myself, and that's what I got. And I was like, "What the heck? Like, that's 1.3 pounds more than yesterday." I'm like, "Okay, is it like the 2 or 3 pickles that I'm eating? Like maybe I'm holding extra weight, like water weight." Like, what's going on here? And then went downstairs, drank some water, and then came up, used the restroom, and I was like, I'm going to weigh myself again because, I hadn't used the restroom. Same exact weight. I'm like, okay, I get it. I'm supposed to be talking about this somehow. So I think sometimes it's really easy to get super caught up in the weight. Like, I could feel I was getting caught up in, like, what does the weight say today on the scale? And when we do that, we kind of forget the point of what you're doing, which is being consistent with your exercise and your diet and your goals throughout the day. When you're consistent, some days you may not see progress visibly. It may feel like, well, what was the point of doing this if I don't see progress? However, the progress you're making isn't only just in the physical. It is in the spiritual and the mental, where you're setting a set of it's like you're setting a set of intentions out that this is the current me, this is what I'm doing, and I'm being consistent, and I'm showing my dedication to what I'm doing. So, especially when it comes to working on yourself, I think it's vital to make sure that you don't let progress or lack of progress discourage or encourage you. And I know it seems bizarre to say you don't want encouragement on the days that you're doing well. But I think it's important to remember that you're doing good every day, that you're being consistent. Even if those days don't feel like they were good days or whatever. So, do I feel like I should be upset? Maybe a little, but being upset won't get you to your goals faster. And I think that's really important to remember, that the reaction I have towards a situation is what I have control over. The actions I do each day are the things that I have control over. And so, an example, seeing higher weight, sometimes your body does things differently. I've had days where it's just like, you do the exact same thing, but somehow something different happens. Because guess what? It was a different day. So Does this mean that my food is suddenly a failure, or that I should totally change my way of eating? No. And I think it's these days that are the most important to stay consistent. Don't let external validation slow you or stop you from continuing on, because the trajectory is down. So, or in this case, like, for the weight it's down, but like, your trajectory is going in a certain direction, and sometimes the stumbling block will make you walk around a rock or a tree or whatever, imagining that you're kind of walking through like uncharted wilderness. And so these detours may feel like lack of progress or like steps back, but they aren't. So stick to your things. Don't let others around you or the situation change your convictions. When you know that you're doing the right thing, it doesn't matter what other people around you say, because in your heart you know you're doing the right thing. And that's the most important thing. So, alright, I'm gonna go do some stuff, and I'll come back and check in with you guys in a little bit. Hope you have I guess this would be a week from today, but either way, I hope you had a great Valentine's Day, and yeah, I'll talk to you in a little bit. Hello, it is 12:58, and got my food, went for a walk. That was really nice. Went for a walk with my roommates, so that was great. I posted I filmed and posted a video on the topic of love. I just felt like I needed to have a video on that today. Made sense, Valentine's Day and all, but yeah, so I posted that. It came out really well, I think, so we'll see. Hopefully at least someone enjoys it. If not, I enjoyed making it, so that's fine. But yeah, I also filmed the Patreon like intro video, and then the video talking to everyone on the YouTube channel about the Patreon. And originally I was going to post that along with making the first 5 chapters of my book available, but I don't know, it just felt so wrong to post that in the same day as me posting about love. So I'm just not going to do it. Just didn't feel right. So I don't know. I'm not too concerned about the Patreon. I think when I'm actually meant to post it, I will. And I'm not gonna try to say a specific day. I tried, and it just kept being like, things just kept stopping me from doing it. So, and I thought about like, okay, is it my insecurity on like posting it? And I'm like, no, I don't think that's it. Am I trying to avoid doing it? And upon contemplation, I don't think that's the case either. I think I need to have 25 chapters of the book before posting it. Okay, that's my answer. Yeah, okay, cool. Well, now I know. Gotta get 25 chapters, then I can post it. So, maybe that'll be in a month from now. I'm thinking if I do... I don't know how many chapters I'm going to do a week. So, I guess I'll just have to wait and see. So, maybe that'll be in a month from now, or 2 months, or whatever. So, that feels right. Okay. I'm going to continue doing my stuff. I might go see a movie. I don't know. I'm feeling drawn to a movie, so maybe I'm going to go watch it. But yeah. I feel accomplished already today, so relaxing. And we'll see what happens. Thanks. I'll see you soon, I guess, from your perspective. So, bye. Hey guys, it is 6:15, so a bit later than I normally do. I got my smoother. The reason it's late is because I actually ended up going to see a movie. I went and saw Scarlet. It's actually very good, by the way. Highly recommend. And... it's like I didn't expect to. I wasn't planning on going to see a movie originally, and then Scarlet popped up, and I'm like, maybe. And then there was this other movie that I was thinking about watching. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go take a shower, and then just pick whatever is the closest showtime. And then Scarlet ended up being there as the closest. So. But I'm really glad that I watched it because it deals with something very fundamental to something that I personally have been working through. That I don't know, I just hadn't really acknowledged until, watching the movie. And it's the idea of forgiveness. But it's forgiving yourself. And throughout our lives, we make lots of mistakes. We're not perfect beings, and as such, some mistakes we'll make are small, insignificant, and don't really affect many people. And then others could be larger and affect more people. And along the way, as I just lived my earlier days of my life, they just kind of piled up mistakes, And looking back, I've kind of realized we do live in a world of ignorance where each person starts out completely ignorant of their surroundings, and then slowly over time, we unveil different things. We unveil different aspects of existence. And most of the time, people make mistakes because they're ignorant of some specific aspect of reality. Maybe they don't understand why doing something will harm someone. Or maybe they do it because they don't know any better or any other way. There are many ways that we go about making decisions that ultimately impact other people. And one of our most important things as we go through life is to acknowledge a mistake that you've made and then understand, gain a semblance of wisdom over that mistake so that you don't make the same mistake again. You may not be put in the exact same circumstance, but it's easy for people to fall into a loop where you make the same mistake over and over and over again because you haven't understood that there's a level of ignorance there that you need to unveil in order for you to see what it is that you're making the mistake on. And once you do, you'll begin to look back and be like, wow, I've made so many mistakes throughout my life. And I've affected so many people in potentially negative ways. Maybe it's net neutral, whatever it may be. But like, the mistakes do pile up over time. And at some point, I just felt like I couldn't forgive myself. And for a while, I suffered through things like suicide, depression, or suicidal tendencies, I would say. Where the feeling unworthy of living. And that became something that kind of just sat there and kind of covered me. And so it kind of tainted my whole perception. And I've worked through a lot of that. But I think the last thing that I really needed to do after working through each and every situation or aspect of my life was the art of forgiving myself for making a mistake or mistakes throughout my life, because as long as we don't forgive ourselves, we can't truly move on. And we can't truly live life. And so up until recently, I really haven't been living life. I've been hermited away, as you would. And because of that, it's taken to this very moment to understand that you truly, in order to move on, you truly do have to forgive yourself and let go. Because in the end of the day, we are all worthy to live and walk on this existence. We're all worthy. We all make mistakes. Some are bigger than others, but they're all choices that we've made that negatively impact other people or other situations. And you may not get the forgiveness of other people, but the one that you should get forgiveness from is yourself. To forgive yourself for being ignorant in that moment and making a choice that the current you wouldn't make. And when you do truly forgive yourself and you let go, you realize that it's okay to live your life. You are worthy of living your life. So, sit with yourself and see if there's anything that you need to forgive yourself on. You don't even have to tell anyone. You can just silently think about it, work through it, and forgive yourself. Because we all make mistakes. And part of growing as a person is to admit that you've made a mistake and grow from it and make sure not to make a similar mistake in the future. That's all you can do. You can't change the outcome that happened in the past. All you can do is look forward and live your life without making that mistake again. And in the future, you're going to make more mistakes. We're not perfect. We're bumbling around here. You know, we don't have full information. Even when we think we do, we don't. So just remember, when you do make a mistake, accept that you made a mistake, and then forgive yourself for that mistake. Once you do that, you can move on and work on the next thing. And again, you're going to make a mistake there too, and that's okay. So, suppose I'll leave you with that. Yeah. I love you guys, and I'll see you a little bit later, maybe 2 hours. 2 hours for me and, 2 seconds for you guys. But, yeah. I'll see you guys with my dinner. Hey guys, it is 8:19. I got my apple and my cereal. And just doing a quick check-in. I talked about most of what I wanted to talk about earlier, but after I had talked, I ended up realizing that maybe I needed to make an actual video on that. So I did. And I haven't posted it yet, but I filmed while I was fresh thinking about it. So that should be up soon. Maybe I'll put it tomorrow or Monday or something. But yeah. So I guess other than that, I think today was a great day and looking forward to tomorrow. So have a good night, everyone, and stay safe out there.